Neatly tucked away in the Bull Mountains, 80 miles north of Billings, Montana, Musselshell Outfitters consists of 50,000 acres of privately owned ranch lands with prime habitat for mule deer, elk, and antelope. On this hunt, we'll tag along with American Outdoorsman Pro staffer Steve Bailey on his first of 2 trips last fall to Musselshell, this time pursuing bugling elk with bow and arrow.
Okay folks, we're just getting set up our first day here in the Bull Mountains of Montana, elk hunting with Randy Higgins from Musselshell Outfitters. It's raining heavy this morning. They haven't had any rain for a while. Wouldn't you know it, followed us in here in the camp first day, but that's okay. We'd rather get it over with first thing. Plus it's going to make the ground a little quieter to walk around in. We're going to get a little scent out here on a wick. We got our decoy set up right down the way, about 55 yards away from my shooting position. Randy's going to be calling from that position. Don't go away. When you come back, we'll be elk hunting in the Bull Mountains of Montana.
We'll once again join AO Pro staffer Steve Bailey and Musselshell Outfitters owner Randy Higgins as they continue their pursuit of the elusive Bull Mountain elk herd of Montana.
This bull's just over the hill right here. If we can get him up to this flat and get us eye on the decoy, we may have a chance. I gotta get still now. Big old bull, big herd bull in the front. Oh, he's got a big stick. Yeah, got a big stick. Can you call? Yeah. Maybe just 1 or 2 times in the season. Actually, they're angling his way. It's coming right down the edge if you get back where he was. "40 yards or less, and I just couldn't get the shot." Well, Randy, we were just shutting it down for today, thinking it was all over. Looked over our shoulder, there was a whole herd of elk coming our way.
Yeah, it was
just when
a big surprise.
It was a huge surprise. And I broke away, circled around, got down here by this pine tree, and I had committed for them to pass through that bottleneck. That was my problem. When he was standing there smelling a rat, I think, I tried to get around the pine. When he turned his head, I'd move that way. Then it felt like he was going to maybe go ahead and come, so I'd go back.
Yeah, I thought I didn't know if it was close enough or not. I couldn't really tell. I knew something was up because he kept raising his head up really high. I thought about trying to flip the decoy up, but I didn't want to make any movement that close.
No, it was best. Everything was best the way it was, except for me committing to the wrong side of the pine tree. Did you see that herd bull? Oh, I guess a big herd bull going up that point right there.
I'm not sure if he was with this group or not.
I don't think so. There was a...
The one with the drop time with this group was also a big.
Did you see that drop time coming off that bull? Man, I had him in the corner of my house looking down towards the kitchen already.
It was nice.
Just when we didn't think we was going to see any elk for the day, they dang gone near ran completely over us. Wow.
Over the next several days, Steve and Randy continued to find themselves just out of range to do any damage with bow and arrow. Each day presented new opportunities, but as the hunt started to unfold, there were obstacles that proved to be too much for Steve and Randy to overcome. Scott and Matt Garrick with guide Ben Bird had a different story to tell about their hunt. On day 2, this bull gave Scott an opportunity at 30 yards that he connected on. Although the camera was out of position for the shot, it's easy to see this crew was extremely excited about their experience in the Bull Mountains at Musselshell. When we return, Steve will be back once again at Musselshell in pursuit of late November muleys, and this time, luck just might be on his side. It wasn't too hard for Randy Higgins at Musselshell to convince Steve and cameraman Matthew Snyder to return to the Bull Mountains for a late-season mule deer hunt over Thanksgiving week. Mule deer hunting is done 2 different ways at Musselshell. 1, cover as much ground from the vehicle as possible and glassing for deer to then stalk into position. Or 2, cover as much ground as possible on foot in order to spot and stalk into position. After an unsuccessful first day, a major weather change for day 2 had put the deer on their feet. With snow falling and temperatures dropping, Steve and Randy decided the best method to find a shooter buck was to cover as much ground as possible on foot.
Hey, look right there.
Nice shed.
Nice shed. Check that out. Wow. Yeah. It's not too bad,
It's not a bad one. Most of them I find are all chewed up.
He's got a few nicks here. They've been chewing around on him a little, but it's pretty good shape.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wish we carry this out with us.
Might as well save it.
It wasn't long before Steve and Randy spotted a good buck. It was now up to them to get into position.
Now, Randy, I'm gonna let you make the call on this buck.
Okay.
I think he's borderline.
I do too, yeah.
But you make the call. I already know he's not wider in his ears, and he's a little thin. If we take him, I'm okay. If we pass him, I'm okay.
Okay. We're getting better.
We won't have much time.
No.
Don't have much time. How far is he?
360.
360?
Yep.
Okay, we'll take him. 3 away. Okay, I'm gonna take him when he steps up from behind that pine. Ready? Here we go.
Let him step forward.
Yeah. Go. Oh, what'd I get? What'd I get?
I can't tell, but he's standing still.
Did I miss him?
Statue for you. If I went high.
What happened there? That was a hit.
Yeah, you hit it.
Yeah.
It's going down. Downhill.
Oh yeah. It's looking good. We passed up a lot of bucks and we've seen a lot, and we had a major weather change from yesterday to today, major, and it shows because he was running around chasing them does.
Yeah, it finally cooled down just a little bit, and it's kind of cloudy, and it's really a pretty nice day.
Yeah. Well, it'll take us a few minutes to get over there anyway, so what do you say we start easing that way?
We might as well.
Well, folks, we're going through some major disappointment here. We really thought we made some good shots on that buck back there that you seen us shooting at, but apparently we haven't hurt him bad at all. We've been following a little bit of sign that is pretty much just has just petered out to nothing, and so we're not finding much to give us a clue that this buck is down. Looks like a miss and not a fatal hit whatsoever, and he's still chasing does out through there. Unfortunately, that's some of the ups and downs of big game hunting anywhere in the world, and we've been on a roller coaster ride here for the last couple of hours, from finding a great buck that we wanted to harvest and made all the right moves to get on him, and unfortunately we had to shoot some rather long shots at him, and we really felt like that they were good shots, but apparently not, so we're ready to move on and try to find a buck that gives another opportunity. So don't go away, folks, we'll be right back. Folks, is our third morning of the hunt, our last day of the Montana rifle season, and I got camp cook here, Lee Vaughn. He's getting a chance to hunt with us the last day. He's worked with Randy all season, and now he's earned a chance to get out and do some hunting with us. Lee, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited. So
we've had a major weather change here, and it's only about what, 5 degrees this morning?
Yeah, if you're lucky, probably closer to 0.
Right.
Probably below 0 with the wind chills they got today.
Yeah.
So
I may have to get a little bit more over my ears here in a little while.
Yeah, probably before it's done. I'm sure we all will.
Now, Randy, what you got spotted?
There's 2 little bucks fighting, and there's a bigger buck getting ready to come out of the woods here. We probably better get going just as soon as we can.
All right, folks, we're going to jump in the truck here. We're going to drive around, get a little better angle. Then we're going to break loose from there and try to stalk down and get a closer look at these deer. So let's go. Ready to go, Lee?
Yeah, ready.
Give it just a second. We just spotted some other mule deer in a draw right over here. We're trying to circle around and get the wind in our favor. Get Lee a shot at one of them there. We think that's a pretty, looks like a decent 4x4. So, or got 4 points on one side for sure. So he was on our way, and we just saw that little buck right there. So we wanted to make sure we wasn't stumbling over some other deer. Okay, folks, we got to try and get a different angle on it. There's a nice 4x4 down here in the bottom of this draw. We've been trying to get different angles to get a look at him, but it's not working out. We're also keeping our eyes peeled. We've been running into a few deer here and there as we go. So stick with us. We'll try to get another angle. I saw him going that way. I'm going up to top, very tip top. Where the big forky is in the back.
Is the big forky still sitting up there?
No, it's a little one. Well, we made a move on him. Busted a few of them out, but we don't know where the 4-pointer went. He made the slip. They've won this battle, but not the war. Let's go.
That's right.
Randy thinks he spotted a nice buck with a herd of does. He's taking a look right now. We'll get a report here and see what he says in just a minute.
He's got to be 250 yards from the top. He's furthest to the left, standing broadside.
Okay. Good with that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's move in.
Need something more. Got a little more. Yeah. See if that works. All right. Oh, there we go.
You want to wait till he stands?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's a good deal right there. I got him. We've got all day, guys. Oh man, that's a nice buck right there. You want him to stand up, Lee?
Nah, I think I'll take him right down there in the ground. How far is he again, boss?
260 yards, exactly.
Okay.
Take your time, get it all day.
Here we go.
Here we go. Man, what a shot!
Shot.
Woo!
See that?
Golly, man, what a shot that was right there.
How's that?
Woo!
That'll work, huh?
Man, Randy, did you see it? Bring that man's head up here.
Beautiful shot.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Awesome
Thank you, boss.
shot.
Not bad for the cook.
Not
too
bad at all.
huh? Yeah.
Man, it just tipped him right over.
He can cook and he can shoot too.
Oh, man, it was a great shot.
Yeah, it was. Well, that rangefinder, you can't beat that rangefinder.
It's just a constant information, just click,
Yep.
click, click, you know, and
There's no guessing.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get
it's
me.
great. Oh man, that was one heck of a shot there, Lee.
That was great.
I tell you what, I'm proud of that shot just watching you.
I'm glad I could do it.
I thought maybe you should stand up. You know, usually laying down's marginal because your kill zones shrink. You know.
As you get over there, I know you guys are worried about the brush too.
Worried about the grass? I
think
ain't worried
it's-
about nothing now. He's laying down over there.
These 2 packs really made the difference. I don't
We
know if
had
I
plenty
could.
of pack power. Here you go,
that was-
Randy. Put on your horn hunter. I got my horn hunter pack here. I'll put on. We'll get over there. I don't think there's no need in waiting much longer.
No, I think.
You pretty much put him to sleep instantly, oh buddy.
That was great teamwork.
Oh yeah.
Dandy. Hell
Look at
yeah.
that.
Woo! Maybe that is one of the nicest ones I ever took.
Oh, man,
what a
congratulations.
baby. Oh,
That
is that
a
nice?
unbelievable.
Holy,
Dark horn.
look at that boy.
Oh man.
He is a dandy.
Oh,
Look how dark the horns are.
look at there. Check him out. He's actually got an eye guard. He's a 5x4.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations,
Thanks-
buddy.
thanks
Congratulations. He is a beauty. We spotted this guy at least a half a mile. Or actually, you two spotted the group. And we took a closer look, and we seen a buck, but I'm not sure we saw this buck laying here.
I don't know if we did or not.
I really don't know if he laid down in between the time we spotted
Yeah.
him.
There was a couple bucks there for sure.
Yeah, well, we got over and got set up, and then we said, hey, look there, that's 2 bucks laying there. So we had to make sure we was picking out the best one, and you obviously did.
Yes,
And you made one heck of a shot. He didn't even move. He just laid his head over, and that was it. Can't get much more cleaner than that. All right, well, the best part about this buck is Randy can drive right here, and we can slide him in the bed of the truck.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to thank the old Musselshell Outfitters. This is the trophy to go on.
Yeah, Randy, you do a great job here with your service. We've seen a pile of bucks. This is the last day of season. We have seen several really good bucks. We've passed up some beauties. We've had some close calls on some other deer. So far, I've missed a beautiful buck that we thought we had in the bag, but it just wasn't so.
Right.
And that just goes to show you that here with Musselshell Outfitters, even late in the season, and you might be worried about being at the tail end of the clients coming and going, but there's lots of bucks right here in central Montana to choose from. And Randy's got thousands of acres to look over and choose the kind of mule deer you're looking for. He's got mule deer, elk, antelope, he's got it all. Folks, don't forget to check out the website at www.theamericanoutdoorsman.com. And there you can find the links to public lands, licensing, and great outfitters like Randy's service right here, and all kinds of neat products that we all use to be successful in the field. Thanks for watching the show. Lee, congratulations once again.
Thanks again.
Good
I appreciate
shot.
it.
more information on today's program, you can visit us on the web at www.theamericanoutdoorsman.com.